Hi DVC fan, Paul and Amy here, and we are going to take you on a stroll through Saratoga Springs Resort. Throughout this video, we are going to highlight some of our favorite things about this resort and show you some of the scenery, some of the sights, and some of the things that are going on at Saratoga Springs.
That means you're first going to have to get me out of this chair because it's extremely comfortable and we're in the shade and it's a very hot day here at Saratoga Springs. But yeah, definitely just going to sort of take you around the resort. We may just, you know, show you some video with some music behind it, occasionally share our thoughts. Yeah, just make you excited for your next trip to Saratoga. If you love our content here at DVC Fan, please show some love for our sponsors at the World of DVC. DVC Resale Market if you're looking to buy or sell a Disney Vacation Club contract. DVC Rental Store if you're looking to try before you buy, rent out some points, or rent your own points. And Monera Financial, who will help you with financing that Disney Vacation Club contract. And if you heard that bird in the background, he was approving of all of your purchases. All right, so as I said, it's going to take a lot to get us out of this shade at the moment after walking around Disney Springs for a while, but we thought we would maybe kick things off by discussing and sharing what probably our favorite memories of Saratoga Springs are. I know mine is probably the first time we were ever here, so our welcome home trip, this was actually our first DVC resort that we ever stayed at on our first welcome home. I remember we were back in, what section were we in?
The Springs.
Yeah, back in the Springs section, it was quiet. We were overlooking one of the lakes here and just so peaceful with the trees and everything. And that's where I think I got addicted to sitting on the balcony with a cup of coffee and just being on vacation, being a Disney Vacation Club member.
And that was our first ever DVC stay, was that room at Saratoga. And I knew you were going to pick that one. That's actually one of my favorites. But my other favorite is that when we went to Aulani, we went from Aulani and flew to Disney World, and we didn't live here at the time. We were still West Virginia residents. So it was a little bit of an extended trip for us, and we got to come back to Disney World, and we stayed at Saratoga Springs in a 1-bedroom in the paddock section. And I just remember really enjoying that stay. We were just really tired from the time change, and we just felt really comfortable and at home when we got to Saratoga, and we walked over to Disney Springs and got some food and came back. That's definitely one of my favorites. I've always loved this resort. It's probably even in my top 5 of DVC resorts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Most people overlook Saratoga Springs all the time, and honestly, I don't get it. It's one of the newest refurbished resorts that there is. Although I say that, and it's been like 3 or 4 years now since it happened. That was actually some of like our first DVC fan videos that we ever made, was like walking and talking through Saratoga as they were refurbishing it and sort of giving updates on the construction. But it's just such a peaceful resort. The proximity here to Disney Springs is unmatched. You know, we were over there a little bit ago. We just walked over here, quick, easy walk. There's boat access here. There's just so many things to enjoy. So I think that's what we're going to talk about today as we sort of show you around the resort, is some of our top tips, or like our top 5 favorite things here at Saratoga Springs.
We are in the Congress Park area of Saratoga Springs. This is considered one of the preferred areas. So if you book a preferred room and you end up in Congress Park, you can end up with a really beautiful view of Disney Springs.
All right, one of the real cool things here at Saratoga Springs is there's all these little jut-offs on the main path. So like here, there's just a random gazebo sitting sort of down near the edge here, but also just the walkability of this resort. You know, you can walk to Disney Springs, you could take a boat like the one that's going by right now, but you could also walk all the way to Old Key West if you wanted to. This place should be very familiar to any of you that have ever purchased Disney Vacation Club. Maybe you took one of those vans over there to come here and sign your paperwork, and most importantly, get free ice cream.
Previously, this resort was known as Disney Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa, and having a Senses Spa here was a great amenity to members. Unfortunately, since Disney's reopening, they have not brought back the Senses Spa at Saratoga Springs. They did reopen the spa at Grand Floridian, but it's no longer a Senses, so we are not really very hopeful that this is ever going to come back as a spa here at Saratoga Springs. We have a couple of dining options at Saratoga Springs. We have the Artist Palette, which is the quick service restaurant. We have the Turf Club, which is the table service. There's also a lounge in Turf Club. And then there are a couple of pool bars, the High Rock Springs Pool Bar, the Paddock Grill, which a lot of people like the Paddock Grill. And then there is one more pool bar, it's called the Backstretch Pool Bar. One of the things that we really like about Saratoga Springs is because it is a full-on DVC resort, they usually have some of the first and some of the best DVC merchandise items. And so there's a lot of DVC specific stuff, but also we notice a lot of resort specific DVC stuff. So we've got this pillow here that is a Saratoga Springs themed pillow, but it also has the DVC logo here in the corner. And then I really love this. I might have to get it, but we've got this hoodie that is Disney Vacation Club. I love the color. And then on the back, it is specific to Saratoga Springs. So you can kind of show off your pride if you own Saratoga or you just love it like I do. Another thing we really like about Saratoga Springs are the amenities. So there are 4 different swimming pools that you could choose from. You can rent a normal bike and ride around the jogging paths. You can rent a Surrey bike if you like running. This is a great resort for that. There are golf courses, there are fishing excursions, and there's just a lot of resort activities. There's a community hall and arcade and those sorts of things as well.
I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but one of the things I love about Saratoga is just how peaceful this resort is. Now, we are over by the grandstand pool right now, so you may hear some kids and stuff in the background, but literally there's pieces of this resort where you can just escape, find a bench, find a gazebo like the one we saw earlier, and just sort of escape from Disney for the most part. It is extremely quiet. I remember I had a room back here one time, and in the morning I woke up and there were like 2 turkeys right outside my, I was actually had a patio at that time. But, you know, you're essentially out here in the middle of nature. It's just a very peaceful resort if you're looking for like that getaway from the whole hustle and bustle of like a Disney vacation or something like that. We are in the paddock area, which is one of my favorite areas of Saratoga Springs. I think that it is centrally located to both Congress Park, where you can walk to Disney Springs, and to the carousel or the carriage house, the lobby area. And it's very, very quiet and very peaceful back here. But I want to talk about the areas of Saratoga Springs. It is split into 6 different areas. 2 of those areas are considered preferred, and preferred means location, not the view category. It's based on location. So Congress Park means that you're going to be close to Disney Springs, and the Springs is going to be close to the carriage house where the lobby and all the amenities are. The other categories or the other sections that make up Saratoga are the standard booking categories, which encompasses the paddock, which we're at now, grandstand, and carousel. So those places are a little bit further out from the amenities, but they're also very peaceful and quiet, and the points are a little bit lower than the preferred booking categories. And then the last section are the tree houses, which are they feel kind of remote and out there, but it's like having your own little individual cabin, basically, that's a little elevated. So lots to choose from at Saratoga. And one of the things that we also love about this resort is that the points are pretty low, so you can really expand your vacation for your points, get the most days in, and also like a larger room category possibly. And also Saratoga Springs as a whole, when you purchase it on the resale market, there's a helicopter going by. When you purchase it on the resale market, it's a very affordable resort. So a lot of people like to buy Saratoga Springs as kind of their sleep around points because of the pricing. But also, if you end up having to stay here because everything else is booked, this is a great place to stay. So that was our stroll around Saratoga Springs. Again, just such a wonderful resort, probably one of our favorites when it comes to Disney Vacation Club places. People get so upset that it's like the last resort when it comes to their vacation sometimes, and I'm just like, okay, Saratoga, sign me up. I think we've had the privilege to stay in a studio, 1 bedroom, and actually had 1 night in a grand villa here, and love all of the different room types. Probably the next on my bucket list is to do the treehouse.
Treehouse, yeah, for sure. That is one of the resort room categories, just even in all of DVC, that I just really want to try.
Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little look around Saratoga Springs, or this stroll around Saratoga Springs. Maybe we'll start doing this at other DVC resorts and just share with you some of our favorite spots throughout the properties and all of that kind of fun. If you loved this video, please hit that thumbs up button, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also follow along on the conversation at dvcfan.com and in our DVC Fan Facebook group. But that's all for this time. We'll see you all next time.